ahead. Turn it up. It's The Record Machine with your host, Jimmy Hall.
Everybody wants a love that makes everybody else want to love like that. There's a couple in the corner at the coffee shop on the same side of the booth. They've been coming in here for 35 years, but they still look brand new. She scoots in a little bit closer like their first date. Still isn't over the kind of thing that makes you miss the one that got away. Everybody wants a love that makes everybody else want to love like that. Everybody wants to know deep down that this one's gonna last. Everybody wants the real thing, that undeniable feeling. Everybody wants a love that makes everybody else want to love like that. When you're sitting in the sun and you're holding hands and nobody even has to talk. When you walk in a room and her eyes light up, hell, you ain't been gone that long. It's all inside jokes that nobody else gets, the heart that holds all of your secrets, the arms that know the answers before you even have to ask. Everybody wants a love that makes everybody else want to love like that. Everybody wants to know deep down that this one's gonna last. Everybody wants the real thing, that undeniable feeling. Everybody wants a love that makes everybody else want to love like that. I want to love like that. Everybody wants a love that makes everybody else want to love like that. Everybody wants to know deep down that this one's gonna last. Everybody wants the real thing, that undeniable feeling. Everybody wants a love that makes everybody else want to love like that. I want to love like that. There's a couple in the corner at the coffee shop on the same side of the booth.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Gary Burk III to the program. How you doing, Gary?
Doing well.
You discovered early on, at the age of 9, that you wanted to be in music by just hearing a song on the radio. What song was it?
It was Billy Gilman, One Voice.
Mm-hmm. You were just driving in the car and you heard that and you were like, wow, this is it for me. I want to get into country music.
Well, we were driving to our family camp. We were just listening to the radio, and there was a CD playing that was Billy Gilman's, and I started singing along to it, and one thing led to the next, and I actually re-recorded that song at the age of 9, and I was going to release it, and got some advice from other people and just didn't do it. Everybody told me that I needed to be a kid first before I tried to live the rock star lifestyle. So
now, did you start out singing as a young man, or did you?
Yeah. No, I was just singing. I always had a guitar. I mean, there was always a guitar sitting in the corner. My dad played guitar. So, I always had one sitting around. I just never really picked it up. I was about 12 years old. After I had been singing for a couple years, and I picked up a guitar and started teaching myself how to play, and the rest is history.
You play with a 3-piece band, correct?
I have a 4-piece now.
Can you tell us a little bit about it, each guy in the group and what their role is?
Yeah, so my guitar player, Robert Mead, he's been with me since the beginning. Not since I was 9, but since 2015, I believe, 2016. I mean, he's always stuck by my side. He's the rhythm guitar player. He does some some harmonies and vocals, and plays acoustic guitar, electric guitar, mandolin, banjo. The guy will pretty much pick up anything that he can get his hands on. But he's been there since the beginning. He's really helped me grow, and he says I've helped him grow, but he doesn't realize his importance in this. He's helped me a lot too. And he's from local area. Originally he's from San Angelo, Texas, but he moved up here a couple years ago, and I hooked up with him pretty much right away, and he's been with us. And then the bass player, his name's Ange Jevedoni. He's from Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. I met him through a mutual friend. I was in a jam one time, and I needed a bass player, and I called him up, and I was like, hey, I need to fill in, and we'll see what happens. And he showed up to the gig, and we played our show, and he did great. And at the end of the show, I was like, hey, guess what? You got a new position. He's been around ever since. That's been 3 years now. My drummer, I had a gentleman by the name of Tim Morbido. He played with me for almost 2 years. He ran 2 full tours with me. He had some health issues, so he had to step down, and Jason Russowicz took his place. And Jason's been in, he come in at the end of the tour last year and started into this year. Obviously we're not playing anything right this second, but he's been great. I mean, he stepped up to the plate. Our first show was at a Hard Rock Cafe, and I think we practiced maybe once or twice just to kind of get the feel for each other, and he was nervous as all get out. And the week after that, we jumped on the tour bus and went to Virginia and we opened up for Trent Tomlinson and Love and Theft, and that was his second official show, so he was very nervous, and we got through it. He did a great job. He's a stellar drummer. When Tim left, Tim didn't want to leave us until we had a good replacement, or his health couldn't allow him to do it anymore. And Jason came in right at the perfect time, and it worked out.
I think that's awesome. I think it's pretty cool that you played with Trent. I love that guy. I love that song "Drunker Than Me." That's a great song.
Yeah, Trent's a super nice dude. I had the opportunity to hang out with him after the show. We sat on my tour bus most of the night and just hung out and chatted and jammed a little bit. I mean, it was a great time.
That's awesome, man. I read somewhere that you have an extensive guitar collection. Which one's your favorite and why?
I have a signature guitar that I had custom built for me by JL Customs, and I wanted a blue Telecaster style, but I wanted a very specific blue. So, and I wanted a specific neck. I'm a Les Paul guy, so I've always been a Les Paul guy, and but I wanted to try something different with the sound. So I took an idea to a couple different manufacturers, and nobody wanted to seem to even humor the idea of it. Found a local guy that he was like, yeah, I'm up for the task. So I talked to Jared Lipscomb. He's the owner of JL Customs, and he put it together for me. And it's got a Les Paul neck, a Telecaster style body, Les Paul style tuners, and just a brilliant bright blue color that I was really looking for. And it's got 3 different pickups in it. It's got a Telecaster pickup, it's got a Les Paul pickup, and a Stratocaster pickup. Nice. So I wanted something that was versatile. I knew that I was going to be out going on the road, so I didn't want to have to carry around 40 guitars like most people I know do. So I had him build that, and I'll tell you what, it cut down my touring rig by 4 guitars, and couldn't have been happier with how it turned out.
Yeah, well, efficiency is good, right? I mean, the less you have to carry, the better.
Yeah, and it's by far my favorite guitar. I'm going to be looking into getting my 2020 guitar built. I tend to try to get one built every year anymore. More of an obsession than a hobby. But
how many do you have?
Oh my goodness, I couldn't even tell you. Probably, I don't know, 15 or 20.
Do they have their own bedroom in your house?
Pretty much. I mean, my fiance makes me hang them on the wall. She loves it. My kids think it's neat. So
yeah, I think it's great, man. I mean, maybe someday you can auction one off or sign it or do a giveaway or something like that, and then just add a new one.
Yeah, exactly. And that's been something that we're going to probably dive down the route of, with everything crazy that's going on in the world. we're trying to come up with ways to give back to the community. Mm-hmm. And a lot of local businesses are struggling. So, we're trying to figure out what we can do to help out, where we can be of assistance. I mean, we're all out and about, but at the same time, we're all trying to help each other.
Yep. I totally agree with you on that. Your first single, Friday Night, that's like one of my favorite songs out of, your whole catalog. To me, that's like the anthem, like can't wait for the weekend to come. The video was pretty kick-ass too. Can you talk about that song a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, that was an interesting song. I mean, the songwriter sent it to me, and at first I passed on it. I wasn't real sure about it. I didn't think it was my style. Because I'm more of a softer country kind of guy. And I revisited it about 2 weeks after I first got it, and I was like, you know what? I really think I should cut this song. And I went ahead and cut it. It was actually, me personally, it was my fourth single, but it was my first single with MTS Records, and it shot straight up to the top 20 on the iTunes charts. So it was really neat to get that opportunity. I was super glad that I went back and revisited it and cut that song. The songwriters, the musicians, everybody did a great job on it. The finished product's great, and I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, and after that one, you dropped the song "You Got Me," correct? And that one did pretty well too, right?
Yes, yeah. The next one, I released "You Got Me" about 3 months after I did Friday Night, and it followed up the same thing. It climbed the charts. It was popular. It was more of a pop song than a country song.
Right.
But it definitely it moved people, and people seem to enjoy it. So
you have a brand new single coming out. What is it? April 17th. It's called "Like That."
Yes, April 17th. Actually, it's going to be my full album is being released. It's going to be my first full album. Okay. It's going to have all my songs. It's from the beginning of time, so it's going to have "Crashed" and "Getaway Sticks," "Like That," or "Like This," or "Like That." I'm sorry. This is tying two songs together in my head. "Friday Night" and "Show 'Em What You Got."
It's like 7 songs, correct?
Yeah, seven songs on one album. It'll be coming out April 17th. The single, though, that I'm kind of pulling from that album is "Like That." I was able to do kind of a pre-release and a sneak peek on some local radio stations, and the response was great. I farmed it out to a few of my industry friends, and it was really a neat concept. Everybody seemed to enjoy it. The song, I actually recorded it with Eric Gunderson of Love and Theft. I went down to Nashville and recorded both "Show 'Em What You Got" and "Like That" with him. He was able to add the harmonies and stuff into it, and produce it and mix it down and do everything like that. So
yeah, I was talking to Michael Stover, from MTS, and he told me this one's he said it's a home run. He loves it.
Yeah, I mean, everybody seems to be enjoying it. Anybody that's got to hear it, it's a touching song. It's very emotional. It's very heartfelt, and that was my goal with this one, was to really pull on some heartstrings and see where my demographics were, and everybody wants to find a love like that, and that's kind of the storyline of the song, and I can't wait to release it. I can't wait to get it out there and see what it does.
Yeah, I think it's a great song. I love all the songs on the CD. Would you say that's your favorite one so far?
It's between that one and "Show 'Em What You Got." Those two, I did them pretty close together, so they were both really just hard-hitting songs that they were the two that are kind of finishing up my album. And my tour this year is the "Show 'Em What You Got" tour, so it's been fun. So I can't really pick a favorite. Don't have a favorite. Brett Young always says his songs are like his babies. I mean, I have my babies.
Right.
I have 4 kids of my own and a beautiful fiance, but you can't pick a favorite kid like you can't pick a favorite song.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Obviously with this, the whole pandemic thing going down, no one's doing any shows, but I've noticed a lot of artists, especially you. I've seen you on Facebook Live doing acoustic sets or stuff like that. I mean, don't you think that's a great thing? Because it takes people away from the negativity that's on the television all the time.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much bad happening in the world. It's easy to get sucked into it and forget about the good. So I think it was last week, we're going to start doing weekly lives on my Facebook page, just to kind of take people's brain off of reality for a minute. I mean, there's so much going on and it's not good. And if we can give somebody the opportunity for 10 minutes to take their mind off of everything that's going bad, I mean, we did our job. I mean, this isn't, music is a passion. It's not really a job. I mean, yeah, it is a job at the same time, but I mean, it's more about the people than the money.
Yeah, I think people need to leave politics out of, certain things. I mean, because it seems like a lot of people want to be political, especially in times like this. And I don't think that's a good thing. It divides people even more.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're all struggling with the same problems. We're all stuck inside. None of us can leave. From a musician standpoint, all of our shows have been canceled. It's not like, Jason Aldean or Brantley Gilbert or Luke Bryan is still playing and we're not. I mean, nobody's playing. I mean, they just did the ACM awards from these artists' couches, which, it definitely gave people an opportunity to see the other side.
Now, like you said, you have a brand new album coming out, and I believe you said April 17th.
Yes.
Show them what you got. Anyone interested in purchasing your CDs or watching your music videos, what website would they go to?
GaryBurk3.com, and the third is III. You can go there and everything's available on there. All my YouTube videos, my lyric videos, my songs, links to Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, all the major players in the distribution game. You can pretty much get my music.
That's awesome. Any parting words before we say our goodbyes?
Thank you so much for having me on, and promoting the new single. I am looking forward to it coming out. Can't wait to get it released. I'm looking forward to coming back for the next single.
That's awesome, man. Well, Gary, I really appreciate you coming on, and we hope to see you out on the road real soon.
Yeah, thank you again for having me on, and thank you for promoting the single. I'm looking forward to talking to you again soon.
All right, you're welcome, Gary. Be safe.
All right, thank you.
Kick it in. Jenny had the whiskey last, Dylan's out there smoking grass, Sheila's got the Jaeger, she's sipping it slow. Field is full of pickup trucks, Jim and Jesse just pulled up, give them boys a Dixie cup, it's time to roll. Robbie's starting fights, he's only 5 foot tall, everybody loves him, he brings the alcohol. This is our life on Friday night, we live it up till the morning light. This is our place, the week is done, we're having fun here down on the farm. Coolers on the tailgate, 6-pack on ice, this is our life on Friday night. Trey's doing keg stands for pretty girls with spray on tan, sitting in their lawn chairs out by the fire. Sheila's finally passing out, what the hell you laughing about? Seeing all us rednecks having some fun. Billy's skinny dipping, all he's wearing is his hat. The funny thing about it